That's funny.
All righty. Good morning.
Why don't
It's
you
the morning show. It's Brock. It's Hunter.
get rid of that banner for a brief moment, just to.
Here,
I think I saw something behind the digital
I'll
banner.
do this. Of course. So let's get everyone on the stream first, so everyone can enjoy your funny little gag, your little ha ha.
I was not trying to be funny at all. Okay.
We are streaming, and this is what Hunter wants you to see. So stupid.
Huh? Why does yours just say "ak"?
Because of the banner. When the banner's on, you can't, or the brand. Here, I'll take this off. There you go.
We got. Oh, there it is. We got Brock and
the better fisherman.
You know what? How's it feel? It hurts. It hurts, doesn't it?
It's funny. It's funny. It's funny.
See?
You're a real funny guy. Real funny guy.
It's deserved. It's deserved from yesterday.
Real funny fella over there. Real funny. Real funny fella.
Actually, you know what? I just put my telescope pole in my golf bag. So
nice.
I
have my mobile fishing unit in my truck just in case.
See, what's nice about it in the golf bag is in league, you're kind of always sitting on the tee box.
Yeah.
And the new spot I'm doing one of these leagues at has bass-filled ponds everywhere.
See, that's the hard part. Like any other time, that's good if you got some downtime. But otherwise, like if I were to take time and actually, throw it into the water hazard, I'm slowing people down behind me. So you got to be careful when you're fishing in the water hazards around there. You got to make sure you got some time to cast and ready to go.
So yesterday, yesterday, I'm going to tell you a quick story. My buddy texted me. He's like, "Man, let's go out. He's got these new clubs. Got to try them out. We got nobody else to go with." I really didn't want to play yesterday, but I'm like, okay, let's go beat the rain. We'll play 9 real quick. He gets on the 5th hole and chunks one with his 5-iron, snaps the head off of his 5-iron and goes klunk right into the pond, right in the middle of it too. I'm like, no.
Those brand new clubs.
So I don't know if they were brand new. I think there was his dad's, but pretty new. Brand new to him, I should say.
New to him. Even if they were his, he also just took something from his father, maybe passed down to him, and
oh man, you could just see his face. He was looking at the tip of it and looking at me, being like, "What do you want me to do? I'm jumping in the pond."
To be honest, the 5-iron's not that important. You don't need the 5. You don't need the 5. I
very choke up out of 4. You'll be just
very rarely do I ever bust out the 5, even the 6. Honestly, 7, 8, 9 is really all you need, don't you think?
Well, what happens when you're 180 out?
Use your 3-wood.
3-wood, okay. Hey, whatever gets you to the green.
Yeah.
Some people like the higher loft so it sits easier with the 5-iron, 6, 5.
And the way I was striping my 3-wood the other day, man.
How far do you think you can hit your 6-iron?
742 yards.
Okay, I knew you were going to say something like that.
That was stupid. Honestly, Hunter, I'm terrible with ranges. I couldn't tell you.
So you hit your 8-iron like 145. So let's go 8, 7, 155, 6, 165, 170.
See, now I was using my 8 though. Saturday on 16, and that was 130.
130.
But I was also going. I was going like 75%. Yeah,
and you were hitting pumpkins into the wind sometimes.
Yeah.
So I would say 145.
I've gotten better, but if someone's like, let's see, that's about. I don't know why I do the whole pirate thing. Like it's the
right. What kind of range scope do you have? This guy.
Like honestly, people will say distance. I'm like,
what's that mean?
I'm gonna use
which club?
But what?
When I first started golfing,
I
had the same problem. I'm like, I don't know which club. So I took a Sharpie. These are my grandpa's old clubs, and I wrote 130 on my 9-iron.
That's smart. That's smart.
You know?
Yeah.
So
anyway. Well, did your buddy get his club head back or no?
He didn't get his club head back. I think he gave us those clubs back because he's like, dude, it's going to happen to all these clubs. I don't want to give them back.
Yeah. Why do you think his dad gave them to him? They were junky.
Good point.
Son, I want to give you my golf clubs. He just got a brand new set of, Nikes.
I guess his dad lives in Florida. I'm like, those clubs have been sitting in the sun for years, haven't they?
Well, and the salty air, those things are
Yeah.
rusted up, man. Those are
Yeah.
rusted up. Thanks, Dad. Piece of crap clubs. Anyway. Well, hey, welcome to it. It is the Plan B Morning Show. Brock and Hunter on a Tuesday. Yes, my ear is still
Beat up.
And yeah. I got to call the doctor
Get a day
today.
off for that. Why are we here? Your ears.
I know.
busted.
Now I'm just doing more damage to the already damaged ear. That one
Mhm.
this was my bad ear. This was my good ear.
It's just going to keep going back and forth. It's
back
like you
and forth.
overcompensate, you know?
So I have a question. What happens, like, what do you hear when you're deaf? Like, if you're completely deaf, does it always sound, because you know what the problem is right now? What I mean, obviously it hurts and whatever, I'm dealing with it. But overall, though, I'm able to function and everything like that. But you know what sucks is it feels kind of full right now. And I don't know if that's just because of the liquid that's in there and also the drops, or everything kind
there's
of
a big pad on it too. Yeah.
No, but no, even when I take it off, it feels like I have a plugged ear. Like I always want to blow it, which that's what got me in trouble in the first place. That's what I always wondered. Like, if you get ringing, let's say you get tinnitus, what if I just make myself completely deaf? Do I still have the ringing in the ear? Probably not, right? Or is it different?
I'm not sure on that. The little I know about this, I think I know a little bit about this, is it depends on if you were born deaf or not. So if you were born deaf, you just don't hear. You don't know what it's like. It's like the sense is gone. Like you don't have that sense. Much like when people ask, like, when you're blind and you see black, it's like, well, I was born blind, so I don't have a reference to anything.
But now here's a question. Okay, you're born deaf. And actually, Ryan brought this up, and it's kind of the route I was going. You would more feel than hear. Because let's say you're born deaf. Do you still have the bones in your ear? Are they still picking up the vibration? So there's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still obviously feel the vibrations, but I'm just wondering, like, what I'm hoping is my ear heals up. You can do surgery. If it doesn't heal on its own, they can patch it. Believe it or not, the eardrum will heal itself. When I tore, it just takes like 3 to 4 weeks, depending. So I'm hoping if I take care of it, everything is good, you know, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I'm just wondering, like, because it sounds awful if it doesn't heal. And like, is it always going to have that heavy feeling like there's something in there? Is it going to ring? There's no ringing now, thank God. But yeah, I just don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
It's kind of a morbid question. What would you rather? Would you rather be born deaf or become deaf? Because becoming deaf, it's like, you know what it's like, and but if you're born deaf, you don't even know. Like, because you know what I just thought of, and it's very sad and depressing, and I'm not trying to make a joke of it at all, but I was actually kind of thinking this the other day, like hearing my daughter's laughter and then never hearing it again. Right. Think about that.
Right. So you're born deaf. You just don't know. You've never heard it.
Know.
You're not sure. And that's how you see the people's reaction when they
start to be able to hear. They just start bawling. God, dude, I cry during those videos too.
I do. Exactly. I'm crying.
Those are hard. Great to watch. They're uplifting, but
that video of the baby hearing its mom's voice for the first time and they smile, you're just like, oh God. Right.
Yeah.
So I think you'd probably be, I guess, easier, or if you never knew, you know.
It's a weird question.
This is a dark, like a sad, depressing question. Like, so I don't know, but believe me, doing this is also, it's like, I got to do better about my ears. You know, that's one. And they're saying right now, they're seeing hearing loss in the younger Gen Zs because everyone has in-ear earbuds. It's like the worst thing for you, not just because it's direct sound, but also bacteria in there and everything like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, I should probably wear headphones when I'm mowing the lawn. I should probably do all the times. I never do. Yeah. And growing up on the farm, we never had.
You're already deaf. You don't need any more damage.
Huh? I always have to do that. Anyway. So yeah. So I don't know how we got on that. We're on the stream. Come join us. We got our coffee. We're ready to go. Let's do it. Actually, it's time for your morning dump. As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump That Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-7777 or visit pumpthatseptic.com. A Pump That Septic. Bump a damp down. A pump that septic. Boop a deep a tap. I actually sang the jingle for Dervin when he was here the other day. He loved it. He loved my rendition. He was like, "That was amazing, Brock. That was amazing."
Sure, he's just being nice.
That's probably what it was, but still, because I was like, "Yeah, you know the jingle. Pump that septic. Bump a damp barrel." He's like, "Oh yeah." Don't ever do that again. I think where his exact words. That's what it was now. Anyway, pumpthatseptic.com. AI, artificial intelligence.
There we go again.
Meet Tom Cruise, Top Gun. During an experimental flight at Edwards Air Force Base in California, F-16 fighter jets were flying around, controlled by artificial intelligence, performing maneuvers at more than 550 miles per hour. Even though the AI system is still in its early developmental stage, observers noted that some of the AI-controlled F-16 fighter jets are already outperforming human pilots in air-to-air combat exercises. This is something to keep an eye on, as the Air Force is reportedly planning a fleet of more than 1,000 AI-enabled unmanned warplanes. Don't, for the millionth time on this show, don't do it. Didn't Jamie Foxx make a movie that was exactly like this?
Yeah.
Where they're up there and they're flying. Now, we beat it in the movie because it's a movie.
That's a movie, right?
That's a movie. Clearly, what are we doing? We are Skyneting ourselves. I don't know how many times.
It's inevitable. Something out there is doing it, and we know what it's going to do, but we can't stop it. So lean into it while we still have it. Then we're
doing it to ourselves. Look, up until this point, the AI would have never said, "Hey, put me in an airplane," or "I'm going to put myself into this airplane." It didn't have the technology to do that. But us dumb humans thinking we're invincible, we're like, you know what? Let's take this AI, this all-knowing, constantly growing, constantly evolving thing, and let's put it into a thing with missiles and can fly at faster than the speed of sound. Here you go. This isn't going to end badly. Stop it.
Stop it.
What are we doing?
Man. I don't know.
We got nothing else to say. Who is regulating this? Who, however high up in the ranks, is making these terrible, straight up James Cameron Terminator-esque decisions?
What's going on?
We're
all dead, man. We're all dead.
We don't know what happened. Yeah. We don't know why all of a sudden this thing turned on us or a system got hacked. Who knew that putting ever evolving all the humans' knowledge at its fingertips system in a warplane was going to be a bad idea? Who would have thunk it?
Keep going. I gotta grab something, and I want to show you real quick, but I gotta go grab it. So
that's fine.
All right, be right back.
Go grab it. I wonder if it pertains to the conversation of us literally just setting up our own demise slowly but surely. All right. And I love technology. I do. It's amazing. Honestly, I've had AI help me here on the show. I'm not saying it's not cool, but do we need to put it into an F-16 or whatever it is, Warthog with heat-seeking missiles on it and say, this will be fine. This is going to work out just great, gang. We got nothing to worry about. This will be fine. Look, we got the off switch right here. Look, don't worry. That little red button, we just hit it. Everything's fine. I don't think so. I don't think that is going to be how it's going to work out in the end. I think we're going to be huddled in caves and sewer systems, hiding from the heat signature heat signature pickups that they have, as these red-eyed monsters, robotic monsters, slowly wipe out humanity.
Damn. What are you talking about? Sorry. It's in her damn card. She's not here, so sorry. I was just wasting.
What was it?
I can't tell you. I'll show you when she gets back.
Okay.
I know.
Does it pertain to the conversation?
Yes, kind of, but it'll be okay for later too. So
anyway. Look, horrible idea. Don't do it, or stop doing what we're doing, or otherwise, do you want to end up like that skull that's get crushed by a Terminator as it steps off of a helicopter?
I don't want any part of that. I don't want any part of that movie.
Yeah.
Holding on to the fence, like you said.
No.
You're dead.
Yeah, you did. You want to be that guy? That's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what's effing
It's just like
happening.
with phones, man. We can't go back. Same thing with AI. Once you
Ridiculous.
open the box, there's no going back.
It's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. Put it in our Alexa. Fine. All right. Hey,
Yeah.
my vacuum. You know what? I can fight off my vacuum. Okay.
Now you can, not in the future.
An AI refrigerator. Okay. All right. Actually, the AI vacuum would be running from me big. Oh, you're gonna suck something, vacuum. Get over here. Ah!
That's why they're putting flamethrowers on those robot dogs.
Right.
because
What are we
they
doing?
can just like, okay, we're gonna turn it to red mode.
Ridiculous.
Just massacre everything around it.
Ridiculous.
It is scary, man. We need to be careful.
That one is a little bit.
that's-
You know, I know we've had a lot of fun here, but the fact that we put AI and it's already starting to I like how they said it's already starting to outmaneuver humans, actual pilots. Give it a week and it will be. It'll 100%. 100%. Ridiculous. Lastly, if you woke up this morning feeling sore, you're not alone. A new survey by Ancestral Supplements finds that 28% of Americans have some kind of pain every single day,
Hey.
with only 10% of people saying that they have zero pain in the last month. And it's not always about age. The average American starts to feel pain daily at 37 years old, with legs, neck, and shoulders being the most common areas.
That's me.
There's
I'm
something
just
sore
raising
on
my
me.
hand on that.
I hate to say it, you know.
My shoulder right now, so I'm just sleeping on it. Like I'm used to it. I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it happens so much. I wake up. I'm like, oh yeah, there it is again. It hurts.
I think there's everything. And I'm not saying it's like put me to the ground, get the icy hot
Mhm.
kind of pain, but I think every single day, like, oh, that was a little weird little twang in my knee.
Well, I
or-
always say it travels around. It's the same pain. One day it's in the shoulder, one time it's in the back. You'll wake up, it'll be in your leg the next day. It's like
it's a bouncy ball of pain in our body.
It really does. it's playing ping pong inside of my body. You know,
Yeah, that's probably right. It's just it finds different spots. It moves around. You treat one area and then it relocates to another one.
What's the worst pain that you experience as far as just like the waking up and it hurts?
Like a nagging one, or just like the worst pain I've ever experienced?
No, just like the common one that happens, we'll say
Honestly,
annually.
Like right there in the neck.
Yep.
Like, you know what, like in your shoulders, technically, like your trapezoids.
I was gonna say right below my shoulder blades. It like happens once a year, and I know when it happens because I'll put a coat on. I'll be like,
Yeah,
can't do it. Somebody
think
help me.
at this point, like the traps, I think that when that gets sore, it just tightens everything up.
Yeah.
It just feels awful. And you can sit there and and rub it, but it's just, that seems like where all of the tension. And nowadays with technology, we're always hunched over, and that's one thing I try and watch is just doing that and not being hunched over. But I would say that I think that's the worst nagging pain, because that'll give you headaches and everything like that.
Yep.
Even when I'm working in the studio, I always try and keep myself like upright,
Yeah.
'cause I don't want to do that hunched over the keyboard type deal.
My lower back too.
Yeah,
It's because I lift with my back.
you're terrible for him. Terrible for him.
form. I'm
You know,
tall too. That's not good.
David just messaged us, and he said back and feet, back for sure. I'm happy to say I don't have sore feet. Like I'm not to that point where like my dogs are barking, but again, I'm not on them doing manual labor either. So I can only imagine. I'm happy about that. There's very few times I'm like, oh, my feet are just killing me.
Well, you should try out a little bit of neuropathy.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You get like shooting pains to your feet. Oh
Yeah.
man, it'll keep you up at night.
You know, one thing, and this is I know I need to work on more. My flexibility. One thing I do, like kind of getting like restless legs. Say why you wear your copper socks when you're flying, like circulation. That's a big thing too as you get older, and that goes into, I think, what you're talking about too, is just kind of that like any kind of like tingling or kind of poor circulation. That sucks with getting older. That's why I need to start like stretching every morning. But I hate stretching, and it would take 5 minutes to do a stretching routine. I know it would. But
you should stretch before and after. When you're done working out, stretch again.
I never do. I don't stretch anywhere. I don't stretch at any time. Just I'm ready. I am one dehydrated day away from just seizing up like an old diesel. Just
Yeah, that's the end of his life. That's it.
Right there.
Seized up.
Yep.
Yeah, you need to stretch, man.
But 37, and you know what? I agree completely because I'm turning 38 this year, so I'm still 37 right now. This has been my worst year. Think about that, Hunter. And my colonoscopy blew out an eardrum. What else did I have?
You know what's not going to get any better either.
That's what sucks. I told you I'm not going to age. I am not going to age gracefully. I don't know, or maybe like, am I just shifting into this? Like, if I start now adjusting for old age, will it be better? Will it be, or is it just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse?
Going to keep getting worse and worse.
That's trash. I mean, because you look at people like Rob Lowe. The guy somehow is getting younger. Tom Cruise is getting young. Keanu Reeves. I don't know. I guess
you just named a bunch of millionaires. You know that, right? Celebrity millionaires. That's what's supposed to happen to those people. We're not Rob Lowe. We're not Keanu.
I need to get whatever they're given at those Eyes Wide Shut parties that they're going to. Whatever blood transfusions from virgins from the Yucatan Mountains that these rich people are getting at those Eyes Wide Shut parties, I need. Does
money make you better looking?
No. I've always.
I think Jeff Bezos kind of looks like a
penis. But it doesn't make you better looking. It makes you younger looking, and it makes your health better because again, there's no stress. You're eating much better food. Yeah, Jeff Bezos isn't eating Cheetos and Taco Bell 3 times a week. You know what I mean?
Because he doesn't have another option.
No, he's got a personal chef that's making delicious, healthy Mediterranean food for him. And he has no stress. He gets to work out. Yeah.
God, it's right there all the time, probably, too.
Unbelievable. Anyway. Well, this is great. I'm in a great mood. We got AI play. Actually, you know what? AI controlled F-16 F-15 Warthog. Come get me. I'm done.
It's an A-10 Warthog.
Whatever.
Blow me away.
Whatever's got the biggest missile on it, have at it. I'm done. I'm done. Just annihilate me because it's not worth it at this point. It's not worth it. Anyway, all right, there you go. That is your morning dump. We'll be back.
Speaking of that, my dad has a few.
Hold on.
No.
What'd you say?
My dad's shop, he's got a display of different size shells.
Yeah.
And I was asking him what they were the other day. And he's got 2 of them. He's got 2 spent A-10 Warthog shells on the front of that plane. Dude, no joke. I don't know if you can put it in perspective, but longer than this controller.
Damn.
They're like 10 inches long.
Yeah. And probably how big around? Like that?
Yeah, they're about like that.
Yeah.
And they come out of that thing. Dude, when I saw the size of that shell and knowing what the A-10 sounds like when it fires, dude, it's fucking terrifying.
Wow.
It's terrifying. Yeah, you're not getting away from that.
And again, I've always been impressed by our military prowess, but it's terrifying to think what humans have developed to kill other humans.
You put the shell in your hand and you hold it, and you're like, that's just one of 100 that get launched out of the front of this plane in a second.
What? Like that. To shoot at another person. It's terrifying.
What are you trying to destroy?
Yeah.
Things in the middle of the earth? Because it feels like these things are.
I've been shot by a BB gun, and that hurts. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Okay.
You wouldn't even know if you got hit.
I guess maybe that's the only comfort of it is like, all right, you know, when you explode on impact, maybe.
There was a weird theory that was going around Reddit the other day. This is kind of wild. If a 50 cal bullet passes you like a couple inches away, they say it'll tear your arm off. And that theory is not true.
Really?
Yeah. It's got to actually hit you.
Still be
but like there's a while where people were like, all you got to do is get near the guy with that 50 cal shell.
Yeah. And just the force from it or whatever. Yeah.
It will just tear an arm off.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Hold on a second. I gotta.
This is WTF of the day on the Plan B Morning Show.
And you look at that thing and you're like, I want to be on the other end of that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I wish you were, but that's different.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, here we go.
Drop that mortar and look into the tube, bro.
Ah! It's like 4th of July. Well, hey there. Good morning. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock Hunter.
Morning. What's up, baby?
Sorry, I haven't had a chance to get to everyone. Good morning, Michael. Morning, Scott. Morning, Eric. Ryan, Brian, crying, David, everyone. The usual suspects on there.
I saw that name the other day. Crying with a K. Kryan. Never
What is
seen
that
that
for?
before. Huh?
I don't know what that is.
No, that was his name. That was the guy's name.
Oh,
Crying.
Huh.
Never seen that name before.
No.
Kryan. Nice
not a
kids,
bad-
too. Nice
I mean,
kids.
not a bad name, I guess. Interesting, unique.
Mhm.
That's for sure. Huh. Anyway.
I think
Crunter.
kind of a weird thing. That's the last thing I want to do. I couldn't come up with a name for the company. None of that. Like, it's hard for me to come up with stuff like that. So I always second guess it. Well, that sounds good. But how'd you come up with Riley?
I actually always liked that name and Kiki long ago, as girls do, as these women do, these broads, when she was younger and all of her girlfriends talking like, oh, if I ever have a girl, I'm going to name her Riley. And that's always been her number one pick. And she was actually mad because like a second cousin or a cousin named their kid Riley. And she was upset because she's like, you knew that was what I was going to do. And I'm like, who cares? But so we just honestly, it was super easy for us. I hate to say, because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, super easy for us to. I think I said it, and she was like, oh my god, I love it. So anyway, yeah,
I think we made the decision if we were to have a child, if it was a boy, like, I like Hunter. I do like that name. We were gonna do something a little different and replace the H with a K. We thought that would be pretty good.
Hunter. You didn't want to say it. I'm going to say it.
I don't think you can.
Sure, I can. It's not the word. Why not? It's not a real word. I can say it whenever I want. And also, too, if you would have said a different letter and what we're alluding to, it's actually worse now because we're continuing the conversation, and now it is. But it's not a real word, so I can say it whenever I want. I'll say it again, Hunter. It's not a real word. It's not a real word, Hunter.
Okay.
It's not a real word. I can say whatever I want.
Sports? Is it sports?
See, it's not a real word, so I can't get in trouble. I can't get in trouble for it.
You could follow the F word up with some other letters too, and it would still come off pretty bad, wouldn't it?
No, it's because it's not the word.
Say it.
I'm not saying the word. Give me a couple letters and I'll do it. I don't care. What do I got to lose? What do I got to lose?
Wow.
I'm living fast and hard, man. I'm fast and loose right here.
Right.
All right. Well, now that you made it awkward, Hunter, why don't we keep things moving here? It's time for sports. I'll do it.
Jesus.
You can't get in trouble for a made up word. Go ahead. It's a made up word. Now, if I stopped it.
Let's get to sports, but yeah, I
want you to say it.
I'm not saying that. I don't even say that off air.
Hey, you pussy. All right.
That's different. You can say that.
What? So that's okay, but I can't say a made up word? You're ridiculous. Anyway, sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
Bud Distributing, getting you stocked up with delicious Bud Light, tall, cool Budweisers, other great drinks. So if you're thirsty, you need something refreshing, something that goes good with anything.
You just lose your job and you need something to take the pain away.
I'll probably get a promotion after this. Get stocked up as always. Remember to drink wiser with Bud Distributing.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it, man. I told you I'd do some scores real quick. So let's get that done, man. Last night in the NBA. Here's some games, man. Celtics beating the Cavs 109-102. Boston leads that series 3-1. The Thunder beating the Mavs 100-96. Caught a little bit of that game last night. And I've said this before, Brock. It's more fun to watch right now. You're not going to be thoroughly impressed. You know, you're not going to watch it and be like, oh, I'd love the NBA. But I think you'll be like, damn, playing some defense a little bit.
I'd like to think so, but I have no desire to watch basketball. Yeah. And also, too, these guys that are pussyfooting around all season long that are going 75%. Oh, now you're gonna play hard. Yeah. Screw you. Yeah, screw you. That's where I'm at.
That series tied 2-2. There's some games tonight. Pacers going to be in New York playing the Knicks at 8:00. That series tied 2-2. Timberwolves going to be in Denver playing the Nuggets at 10:30. That series also tied 2-2. So if you want to watch the Michael Jordan's son, which they don't know if it's his son yet or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's funny. I brought that up again the other day to somebody. I'm like, hey, we were talking about Anthony Edwards looking like Michael Jordan, playing like Michael Jordan the other day on the air. And our buddy Sam, going to our match the other night. He's like, oh, he is, for sure. I've been following this guy since he was in the NBA. It's like, that's Michael Jordan's son, for sure. That'd be wild.
Does look like him.
Plays like him, too, man. It's crazy. Anyway, moving on. NHL, real quick scores there because that's important. Round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, best of 7. Hurricanes beating the Rangers 4-1. Stars beating the Avalanche 5-1. Games tonight. Bruins in Florida playing the Panthers at 7:00. The Canucks going to be in Edmonton playing the Oilers at 9:30. All right, man. Do you have anything you want to mention or talk about?
I got nothing. I'm working on other stuff right now. This is your sports report, so go for it.
All right, well, let's go back just a little bit. Talk about, you're probably going to hate this, but it's in the news, and we have to touch on this, man. Bronny James, and not LeBron. We're talking about Bronny, his son, has been medically cleared by the NBA and is attending the draft combine this week. Bronny getting a clean bill of health was a big deal because he was diagnosed with congenital heart defect. Oh, I didn't know that. That sucks.
Oh, that's usually hereditary, isn't it?
It might be.
Does his dad have, or does it skip a generation?
Skip a generation, but yeah, man, but he's medically cleared. So
it's good.
He's good. He actually dealt with sudden cardiac arrest with one last summer while working out on the USC campus. LeBron James is currently a free agent. There's been some talk that he wants to play alongside his son before retiring. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's possible that a team might have interest in drafting Bronny with the hope of influencing LeBron to join the team along to play with his son. Isn't that weird? We don't want you, Bronny. You're not that good at basketball, but hear me out. If we get him, we get LeBron.
I mean, dude, you could lose every game. You're still putting butts in the seats.
Yeah. You're making money. Yeah. LeBron brings. He brings money. LeBron's good, man. As much as we were talking about it again the other day. I'm not sure if anybody likes this guy. Even the internet does. Anything on the internet, it's about him flopping and just we're sick of LeBron James, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that should say something about his overall character and douchebagginess when you can be one of the greatest and compared to the greatest and in the conversation. And then you get to a point where no one likes you. No one likes you.
How about this? Am I wrong by saying you hate LeBron James until he's on your team? And you're like, oh, yeah, this is nice. Numbers and numbers. He brings numbers.
That's true. Sure.
He brings numbers as far as asses in the seat and on the court.
Yeah.
Brings money and wins. That's pretty good. You want that. Yeah.
No, there's no, I think we talked about this before, and it really came to light when you were telling me about his douchebag pregame ritual of setting his uniform down in the middle of the locker room and no one could step on it or over it for that, man. Don't even look at it.
Can they sign Bronny for like a 2-year contract, get LeBron, ride it out for 2 years, and when LeBron retires, they just cut Bronny?
What if here's what you do is you sign Bronny, get LeBron, but you bench Bronny. He doesn't even.
That's what they're going to do. Of course. That's what I assume is going to happen. I mean, here's the thing. And I'm not saying Bronny isn't good compared to, the common basketball player.
Right.
But compared to the other draft picks, I don't think Bronny's that good.
Lower on the
I've
totem
heard,
pole.
anyway. I haven't watched him play, but I've heard that he's got a lot of dad's help.
Well, and that's the other thing too, bringing up now, going back to him getting medically cleared.
Mm-hmm.
Did he get medically cleared because of who he is and because of the potential?
I mean,
the guy had a cardiac event last year, and you're going to tell me that he's been cleared to play?
money's power.
Yep.
Money can get you a lot of situations, a lot of places.
Yep.
Not saying that's the case, but sure it helps.
I mean, would the average guy, the average NBA guy be cleared? I wonder. I wonder.
But hey, if you get Bronny, you're probably going to get LeBron.
Yeah.
Take a guess. Where do you think?
Where's he going to go?
Yeah, just roll the die. Say a team.
The Flint Tropics.
Good guess.
Where's LeBron now? Where's LeBron now?
He was in LA.
He's going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron's going to go back to Cleveland.
He's going to go back to Cleveland, huh?
For a second time or a third time.
Could happen.
Could happen.
Wherever Bronny's going, that's where he's going to end up. So,
yep.
Anyway, should we get out? I have another story, but it's not that good.
What's it about?
It's about more basketball.
It's more basketball?
Yeah.
I'm kind of basketballed out. Is it women's basketball?
How about this? No, well, it's both, actually. How about this? We'll just touch on this real quick again because it is important. I'm just going to read the headline. Lions and QB Jared Goff agree on a $212 million 4-year extension with $170 million guaranteed.
Little rich for my blood on that one. Again, Jared Goff definitely proved himself. I think he was the weak spot on the roster, but no denying that he is the most important, the most important position on the team. A lot of weight on there, so even failures fall on you, even if they're not your fault. But that eats up.
Hey, you think he's the weak spot? There's people in that organization that put their heads together and think he's worth $212 million.
Yes, for
There's
4
a big
years.
gap there. That's a big gap.
4 years, $50 million a year.
The dude nearly took him to the Super Bowl last year.
$53 million a year, nearly. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Hunter. He didn't get the ring. He has yet to get a ring, and that eats up a ton of cap space. I'm just wondering, maybe they could have got him for a little less and saved some room to continue to make the team stronger.
Jared Goff's been in the Super Bowl. He took another team to the Super Bowl.
Doesn't have a ring, though.
I think he's worth it. I really do. Granted, beyond a few turnovers last year, a few hiccups each game, the dude took care of business.
I think one of the only logical ones I've seen as far as performance output and contract extension was Mahomes, because they did what, 10 years? 10 years, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's 10 years, 500 million, whatever. It's a long time. That's a decade of playing. This is 4 years on an older quarterback. Now, again, Goff still got a lot of career ahead of him. I'm just saying, I've seen it time and time again where a quarterback takes too much of the pie, and now you can't get these free agents. You can't get these all-stars from other teams and build around. You know who didn't do that? Tom Brady. He took less so they could build around him. I'm just saying, I feel like it's a little much. I'm not saying Goff is some piece of trash. I just think it was a little much, and it may be something that they're going to regret when they want to get some more powerhouse players and they can't afford it because they don't have the cap space. That's all I'm going to say. So,
They have their powerhouse players, though.
do they?
Yeah, pretty much. Have you seen this team?
No, they're a good team.
They're a great team, and they're even better this year. They added a few.
Who's their? I mean, you have one really standout receiver, right? But I mean, do they have a completely loaded offense? Do they have a completely
Pretty
loaded
stout.
defense?
Pretty stout. This
I mean,
team
I
is good.
can't name any off the top other than what you got Hutchinson,
Mhm.
and you do was it Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is that their main guy?
One
But
of
I'm
them.
saying, like, if you want to pick up a Devontae Adams, if you want to pick up a Justin Jeffers, right? Jeffers. You want to pick up an Odell. I know Odell is not where he's at right now, but
Mhm.
you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a big chunk of money, guys. It's a big chunk of money.
Yeah, it is, but it's for your QB position, and I think they really have something there, man. I really do. Seeing it from an outside perspective, not having too much, fandom in it, or with other teams. Lions are scary. What they've done in the past year or two, year and a half, 2 years, scary.
Yeah.
I would be nervous if I was in the division or any team playing the Lions. This is no pushover team anymore. They've proved it. They're a game away from the Super Bowl, and you have to be good to get there. That playoffs are a different story. It's a different entity. They got through it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other teams that are great. I mean, you have to beat these teams to get to the Super Bowl, but right there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if it's worth it this season. It's, they made a commitment, and at this point, either they're going to eat it or it's going to pay off in the end, and we'll see.
I think it'll pay off. I think you want them to eat it.
I just think 175 million might have been a better shot. It's a lot. Hey, we did it with Aaron Rodgers. We gave Aaron Rodgers everything, and what could we not do? Couldn't pick up any free agents. Couldn't sign anyone else because we didn't have any effing money. And it's like, all right, great.
To the Super Bowl. Well, 1 year you did.
Yeah, and won it. Goff don't have a ring on it yet. And as Beyonce,
Aaron Rodgers ain't on your team.
As Beyonce says, if you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. All right.
All right.
Anyway,
are you done taking the Lions through the trenches?
Did I say anything bad about them? No, I just said they're a good team. Goff's a good quarterback. He's not worth $212 million in my mind. And financially, it's not the smartest choice. You're putting everything into one basket.
That's not good. That's bad.
I'm just thinking logically. That's all it is. It's dollars and cents, baby. Dollars and cents.
Yeah. You just wait. You'll see what Jared Goff's going to do this year.
Look, everyone, it's Jared Goff. Oh, he's fine. He's actually he's got a little bit of a lisp, and he's a nice guy. We'll be okay. We'll be all right. It's okay. Sports brought to you by Bud Distributing.
Hey, Bud.
We'll be back. Oh, Jesus. All right.
He said, I'll bet you, Hunter, I'll bet you on Lions and Bears. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay.
Lions are good.
I'll bet you that the Lions will beat the Bears. 100%.
Bears fans, Eric, we love you, and all the other Bears fans out there. But you guys, you have been mainlining that hopium with Caleb Williams. It's insane.
All I'm saying, and I don't like, Bears do something with their QBs, and I don't know what they do, but it's been proved. Have they ever had a good QB? They could have God as a quarterback and still figure out the guy would still be turning the ball over somehow.
God would be doing what Jay Cutler did and eating Snickers bars and smoking cigarettes.
Here's the thing. I want the Bears to be good. They're right there. I mean, it's the closest team to where we reside. But yeah. Hey, who knows? Caleb Williams, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say they're going to suck. I'm not going to say that they're going to be the greatest.
It's just we've done this. We did it with Justin Fields. We did it with Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
We did it with the guy before him. Mm-hmm. We did it with the guy. It's insane.
It was nice not having a favorite NFL team. It's like I can say I could say, hey, they're going to be the greatest, and if they weren't, who cares? I'm not a fan of that team anyway. Like,
yeah.
I was talking out of my ass,
I think the Bears would do better walking softly and carrying a big stick.
So here's the question. Here would be the real question. Are the Bears going to do better in 2 years than they were doing with Justin Fields.
Fields, that's what you need to look at. I would not throw all of my eggs in this season. Right now, a lot of Bears fans and Bears media, this is it. Caleb Williams is a generational talent. I would rather say, hey, we're excited about this. This could be really big for us. Let's see what we can do with it. You know what I mean?
Generational talent. There are a lot of other talent in the NFL.
Caleb Williams was like 0-6 against actual like ranked teams. Yeah, he did great against garbage teams in college.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when it came to actually playing like ranked teams, got worked. I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I just think Bears fans, you would have been better keeping Justin Fields and stacking him and setting.
You know what? It'd be scarier if everybody was just quiet about it. Like, hey, you got Caleb Williams.
I told you, walk softly, carry a big stick. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Be sleepers. That's what the Lions did.
Yep.
They
Except
built
the coach.
team.
Coach came out and kind of told us what was going to happen. But
to start, and then they just said, let's get to work. You know,
let's get to work.
All righty. Good morning. 7:53. It's the Plan B Morning Show. It's Brock. It's Hunter.
Morning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we got to get to it. It is time for our topic of the day. In your opinion, what's 100% useless? Something that is 100% useless.
This could be a good topic.
Do you have
any answers?
We got 66 comments on this.
Damn, son.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Just start with it. I don't have one right off the top of my head. I need the juices. The juices need to be flowing. I know there's so many answers to this.
Sam said diet water.
Okay, I got mine.
Is there such a thing as diet water?
No. Maggie's trying to be funny.
It'd be funny, but I feel like I could go somewhere and they would be pitching like fitness
diet water. Oh, I'm not saying they couldn't sell it.
Yeah,
people would buy it.
Like
not thinking about it.
Someone buys rehydration water. It's like, well, that's what water does. Like,
it's sugar-free water.
There you go. Wait a second. I think in a sense, I'm sure it's more of a tongue-in-cheek type deal, but yeah, I think any of these fitness waters are probably, well, it's got electrolytes in it, and it's got, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's water. It's water that you need water, and I don't know. I can see that.
Yeah, it's completely useless. Can I got my answer.
Yeah, sure.
And this is my number one. You just stoplights. And you're like, no, they have a purpose. They should just have roundabouts everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what? I am so sick and tired of these stoplights. They're out for me. Does anybody else feel like this? Because all the rest of you, it seems like, get through the green light and time it up perfect. And I get there. I'm serious. I even call it. I'm like, it's going to go yellow as soon as I hit that spot in the road right there. Boom, boom. Sit there for another 5 minutes.
Yep.
And I hit every light. Every single light. Yesterday, you know how long it took me to get to Bridgman?
Yeah.
Traffic, lights, more traffic, red light, red light, red light. There's the construction in Stevensville, or the bridge they're doing right now?
Yeah.
There's a red light there that doesn't even need to be there. The off-ramp is closed.
Yeah.
So why is there a red light there?
Well,
We're waiting for nothing. I was so irate over that yesterday, sitting there waiting.
That one's already stupid because you have so you get under the overpass.
Then there's two lights there.
There's two lights right there, dude.
Right next to each other.
Infuriating thing.
And they're not in sync.
No.
So you'll get past the first one, 20 more feet, red.
Yep.
Stop, go. God forbid you had a manual transmission.
That is a terrible area. Honestly, that chunk of Red Arrow is awful. Especially if you got to go across traffic. You know what I mean? Like if you got to turn left. Like, oh my God.
There's certain side streets that come into a main street. It shouldn't be a stoplight. Give them a blinking yellow. Let them time it out with the main road. These people on this road are going places. The
Yep.
people over here are coming from houses trying to get on the main road.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
is that red light?
Make them figure it out.
Dude, there's times where I'm like, I'm coming back later tonight and I'm taking a shotgun to this thing. Just to make myself feel better.
I'm going to cut this thing
Take me to
down.
jail.
I'm going to drag it over to Padnos and get
serious.
strap metal for it. I know.
I know for a fact that if I put it up and like posted it, like holding it up like a fish, people would be like, thank you. F that stoplight.
Hunter holding his rack right there. I love
Yep.
it. Yeah, that's funny.
You know what? I'm serious on this, and I'll end it with this. I am 4 or 5 stoplights away from just going through them.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yep.
stop and I'm going to look, make sure everything's safe. I'm not going to hit anybody, of course, but I'm not waiting.
Well,
done.
that's what, like, I
Done
told you that one right there on was it Cinema Way on your way to like Walmart and everything, right by Wings.
Yep.
Dude, I roll through that thing every single time. It should be that traffic can constantly keep moving there. Constantly keep moving.
Just keep going.
Yep.
It's fine.
But you're right. Roundabouts. I love roundabouts.
Why
When
aren't they
people
everywhere?
use them, they're the greatest thing in the world. They're the
Dude,
greatest thing in the world.
They have the double roundabout.
Yep.
This is awesome.
Yep.
Look at the flow of traffic here. It's great.
And I tell you what, if you can't figure out a roundabout, you shouldn't have your license because it's very simple.
No.
All you have to look one direction.
One direction.
Look one direction. to
Anybody
your
coming?
right.
No, go.
That is literally it. It's the easiest thing to do is look one direction.
Yep.
And so I think it's very simple is, well, roundabouts are confusing. You shouldn't have a license. End of story. Your license is 100% useless because you don't know how to drive. It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very, very simple. Yeah. All right.
Real quick question. I saw this on the internet the other day. When it's red, is it on the top of the tree or the bottom?
Red is on the bottom.
It's on the
Or
top.
no, top. Because you go red, yellow, green. Yeah.
A lot of people assume it's on the
I had
bottom.
to think about it because you think about it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, because you count down.
Yeah.
Right? Or
Yeah.
no, it goes up.
Red, yellow, green. Green's on bottom.
Yep. Green's on bottom. Anyway, which a lot of people apparently don't know what green means either because they're sitting there looking at their phones and
On
then I
their
got to
phone.
honk at you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's something that's 100% useless? I like Mark's answer. I got to clean it up a little bit, but nipples on a bull or the old one is useless as nipples on a boar. That's the one. Honestly, my nipples are useless. Useless.
What are they there for?
I don't know.
So you don't look weird? But if no males started with nipples, nobody would look weird. It'd just be the
But-
norm.
Evolutionarily speaking, though, right? They had to serve a purpose. Why would we have them otherwise? Unless because I got an extra one. I got a half one down there. And you say it's your milk line. So does that come from our original ape ancestry? But do male apes have them all the way down?
I don't think so. I know males can
just got 'em on the
lactate.
backs?
I know they
What?
can. Males can lactate.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It's just a weird thing, though. Yeah, what are these for?
Yeah.
For the beach. That's what it's for.
Is that the only thing? Just so
I
there's
don't know.
something common amongst the Chestal region.
You know what I heard the other day? And I was
What?
like, no way. I can't remember who it was, but they got in some sort of accident and literally tore their nipple off. Whole thing. I think it was on pavement. Tore it off, grew it back. Perfectly normal nipple.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Grew
No.
it back.
They did not grow back their nipple, Hunter.
Grew the nipple back.
There's no.
I didn't believe it at first either, but they were like, no, here it is. Boom. I got pictures. Here was it before. It's a weird, it blew my mind.
Oh, your nipple back.
Yes.
Smaller injuries can heal with proper care. However, if a nipple is completely damaged or removed from the body, it won't grow back. So he didn't lose his nipple.
So maybe he didn't get the roots pulled up. You know what I'm saying?
Nipple root, right.
The nipple was gone. It was gone.
So it
Top
was
layer,
scraped off, but the
Ken
main-
down, straight Ken down. A couple months later, boom, nip again.
While rare, one or both nipples can be lost in an accident. This can happen with severe physical trauma such as a bike accident where a person's body scrapes along the ground.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what happened, I believe.
Yeah. So, okay. So it wasn't like ripped off. Like you didn't slice that thing off. Right. A weird I'm upset I had to Google it. I'm upset I had to Google it. Let's see. I like Frank's answer, something that's 100% useless. The instructions for assembling anything ever. I will say they are at the beginning. Then about a quarter of the way through, I'm like, I got to get the instructions out of the trash. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong.
Dude, you the most useless instructions. 2 days ago, we bought a pop-up tent. One of those ones that are like it's just in the circle and you pull it out. You just got to throw it and boom. Yeah. Dude, putting that thing.
You do, right? You bought that for all the-
Shut up. It's for the boat. So folding that thing back together into that shape, forget about it.
Yeah.
There was like a paper directions of like, like a mannequin guy showing you how to do it.
Yeah.
Totally useless. You can't tell which way or which end is which on the tent. I'm looking at these things. I'm just like, burn it up. Like
I got a hunting blind that's way. So it folds down into a little circle. Right. And dude, there's times where I'm like, there's no way this is going back. Like you got to get just the right twist. Yep. And like
there's a weird fold in it to where you like kind of twist and put it together. Where
it's together. Dude, I spend half the time in the woods just trying to fold that thing up, man.
Like, this is supposed to be quick.
Let's see here. Like I said, we got a ton of answers. So I'll go through them. Brian said mosquitoes. Tim said FM radio, even though he's commenting on an FM radio page. Good job, Tim. Really got us on that one, pal. Let's see. Ooh, Sam had a good one. The appendix. That's a great answer. You can literally take your appendix out. Your body chemistry does not change whatsoever.
Is it useless?
Yeah.
Type that in. What purpose does the appendix serve? It's definitely there for something, right?
Right?
Or no?
No.
Why would God put that there? I guess he put nipples on us.
The entire digestive tract helps with our immune system, but scientists and doctors think the appendix may be a place for your body to store certain healthy types of gut bacteria that otherwise could be altered or changing during an intestinal illness. So they think they're still not 100% sure. Okay. They have a theory on it, but here's the thing. That thing bursts. It could kill you. You can take it out and you're fine. You're literally.
That happened to my buddy snowboarding. Burst his appendix. And dude, he had minutes.
Yeah, you got to get it taken care of. So I just feel like we have this ticking time bomb inside of us. Why not just take it out?
Yeah.
Let's see. Bill said the government.
I mean,
Corey said a key bump.
It's completely useless.
I tell you what, it's useless after you've been doing it all night, and that's all you got. Right. And then you're like, I gotta have it, but it's not gonna do me. Let's see. Bill had a good answer. Something that's 100% useless. Security cameras outside Jeffrey Epstein's cell.
Hey, great answer. Absolutely effing useless. What are you guys? What are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
How obvious.
What do you mean the guard? What do you mean the guard fell asleep? Well, don't worry. We got the security cameras. Oh, wait.
They were broken. They were broken.
They were both not working.
You know what? Just get the guy a car. Actually, a plane ticket back to the island.
At this, like,
what are you doing?
Understand how ridiculous that is? Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, and the guard was asleep, and the cameras didn't work. What else? And we just moved on with our lives. We just moved on with our lives.
The dog, the jail dog ate the security footage. That's like basically what they're saying.
That's what you could chalk it up to that. You could chalk it up to that.
And yet we just sit there and we're like, okay.
That would be the exact comparison to the excuse that we got right there. And then we just
what sucks? If I said that to my teacher back in the day, she's like, no, you're getting enough. F, you fail. But for some reason, if it's the government and they make up excuses like that, well, the security footage wasn't working and guy was sleeping, and we all know it's trash. But yet there's no punishment for it. It's just
one of those things. would have been already ridiculous. What do you mean the cameras in this facility, all right, this multi-million-dollar prison facility weren't working? What do you mean? Well, okay, well, we had the guard on site. He saw everything. But you're telling me that both those things, the one that was the fail-safe for the other?
Yeah. Come on, guys. Just tell us that a UFO came by, sucked him up. We don't know what happened. He's gone.
That would be honestly just as logical at this point.
It would be more
So.
because I know for a fact that those security cameras were turned off. That dude was not sleeping or whatever.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway.
Yep. I like it.
You could do a whole show on that.
Last one. And I don't think we need to dive into this because we got it. Brandon said something that's 100% useless. Social media influencers. There you go. Now, the survey says the Kardashians. There you go. Golf clap.
When you go to your about info and it says digital creator, click. See you later. I'm done. I'm not sending a friend request or accepting. I'm a digital creator, so you don't do anything. You take pictures and post them online, huh? That's what you do. Of yourself? God, how much do you love yourself?
I hope you get Epsteined. That's what I hope. That's what I hope.
I'm a digital creator.
Epsteined. Actually, he's probably living rent-free on an island right now, protecting all of his secrets.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to be back with more. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around.
Yeah, sorry to all you digital creators out there. And I guess that could be more broad as in, yes, there is digital creation of an actual job.
No.
But no. Don't get that mixed up with the people that put that in there about info of. Yeah. They're not creating. They're taking pictures of themselves. That's not digital creating. Sorry.
Exactly.
Just because you took it with a digital camera doesn't.
Yeah. That's what you mean, right? Yeah. To load it up on my SD card. Anyway, well, hey, thanks everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. We're going to get out of here, but we will see you back here tomorrow morning. So have a great rest of your Tuesday. Stay dry.